He wants to inflict as much suffering and misery on the human race as he can and then point the blame to God. And he said, you made these creatures, look how miserable they are. What it means and how they did it will surprise you. And that's actually going to be more of part 2. So, but it is very clearly taught in the Bible. Styles change through history. You'll see some different depictions on the wall. When Paul wrote about the armor of God, he wrote a lot of his letters from jail. And tomorrow you and your sons will be with me. Both claiming to worship the same God. You got that? Cain and Abel? Both claimed to worship the same God. One was right, one was wrong. One killed the other. History is going to repeat itself at the end of time. Jar that had a narrow opening. These events become the God. Regurgitate what they'd eaten. He cast his tent towards Sodom. In that day, he was on his housetop. His brother, it tells about Abram and Sarah. It tells about Lot. It doesn't say Abraham. It says Abraham and his wife, Sarah, and Lot, his nephew. It doesn't say Lot's wife, which makes you wonder if Lot married someone from Canaan. He said, go after him through the city and kill. And I'm not trying to justify city living. You know, this church location, when it was built, was country. That's why we've got to know not to listen to these spirits on the outskirts. I don't have these on the screen because I still like you to use your Bibles. You got them. So there were spies in the city that were telling the king of Assyria what Hezekiah was doing.
Jesus filled with his Spirit 12 men for reaching the house of Israel when he came the first time. How many of you have been doing your lessons? Let me see your hands. You get so much more out of the program.
What if Satan should impersonate Christ? How would you know that it wasn't Jesus? What if Satan should impersonate Christ? How would you know that it wasn't Jesus?